Hey, handshake time.
Good. What the hell? This is going to be a disaster. You starting a timer? Okay.
Well, I'm a plus channel, dude. We're starting. Hey there,
all right.
Hey there, more.
Welcome to the Footy Juice Podcast. This is episode number 3. My name is Haris. This is my co-host Aris, and we discuss the beautiful game. You can listen to us every single Monday on Spotify, Apple Music. Cheers. All right, buddy.
Grabbing my drink.
Apple Music, or you can watch us on YouTube. So that's every single Monday. Aris, how are you doing today, my friend?
It does taste like Coke.
The Coca-Cola Zero Energy.
Damn, this is good.
It's literally the best energy drink. Number
Zero
one energy
calories,
drink.
guys. 0 calories.
Zero
Not
calories. Not
We're
sponsored. Not sponsored. We have no affiliation. Don't sue us.
Protein 0 grams.
We have no affiliations. Please, no lawsuits. We can't afford lawsuits.
But hey, I mean, if you want.
We brought in $0 since episode 1. Come on. We have nothing to give you.
Damn, $0.
What are we doing this for? It's incredible. So what's going on, man? How are you feeling today?
Remind me not to kick this.
Please,
I'm all right.
please don't
I'm all
kick
right.
that.
I'm not on 3 hours of sleep like last time. I'm on a good 8 hours. I'm ready to go.
You're feeling good today?
This weekend, I have a lot to talk about. A lot of chaos happened in footy this weekend.
It's been madness. It's been
insane.
It's been literally, I think, the worst week of football since the game was created. that's the way I feel.
Yeah. It's been.
Twitter has been a mess. Everybody is upset. I know you were raging. I feel like everything has been done on purpose this week. So, no, seriously. So here's what we're talking about. We're talking about VAR, which is the video assistance referees, I think is what it stands for.
Which is pointless.
It is
There's
literally
no
at this
reason
point pointless. There have been several matches this week where VAR has screwed teams. So if it happens once, okay, shame on me. If it happens twice, shame on you.
All right, cue J. Cole right now, dude.
J. Cole, play it now.
All right.
Which one do you want to start with?
You know what VAR has taught me this weekend?
What's going on?
2 things. One is I don't know the rules of soccer anymore.
Literally.
I never did, I guess. 2,
Literally.
VAR has showed me how corrupt soccer is.
Absolutely.
They brought in VAR to get rid of the corruption, yeah?
Yeah.
But this just made it more obvious that there's corruption in soccer.
Yeah. And it was brought in to, if there were any blatant errors from the referees. So we were talking about red cards, mistaken identities, which we've seen a few times. Anything that's been missed, that's what it's brought in for, right?
Yeah, but we don't know the rules anymore. I don't know the rules of soccer.
Obviously
really
not.
The thing is with VAR, yeah? It was brought in to fix the blemishes, yeah? But it has only made it worse.
Yeah.
I was all in for VAR, but the way they're doing it is terrible.
I think a lot of people were.
I was in for VAR, but I'm in for VAR with being consistent.
Has to be done right.
2 handballs are the same. This weekend, there were 2 handballs that were exact same, yeah? And they call one, they don't call the other. So what am I supposed to do? What am I like? It's not enjoyable for fans anymore.
So which one do you want to discuss first? Which era do you want to discuss first? Because I think we have 4, 5, maybe 6 or more.
We can do Lo Celso. Lo Celso was a big one.
So you want to start with Lo Celso?
Yeah, you watched the game.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
No, it's
so let's discuss this one. So we have Lo Celso is the first one that we want to talk about. And basically, if a player goes studs in, so if I go studs towards your ankle, I'm not even going for the ball. Maybe he was going for the ball. I don't know. We don't know what his thoughts were.
It doesn't matter if he was going in for the ball. He still did it.
He still did it, right? So in a normal situation, if my foot goes into your ankle with the studs.
Was it ankle or shin? Or just stamped on whatever it was?
He was stamped on. Either way, it was to the side. So it's potentially a leg-breaking tackle. If I am going with my foot at your ankle, shin, whatever it was, at the speed that he was going and the way he hit, that's a red card. It doesn't matter. That's a red card. And, okay, fine. It happens. The Chelsea bench gets up.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. If the ref didn't see it, you know what I mean? And okay, like he doesn't get a red card. He has video review. He went to the screen, or did the people tell him up there in the office?
No, I don't think he went to the screen. That's the issue.
But they have
they're not
video.
going to the screen.
They have video, and they see that happen.
The viewers
and
at home
still
see it.
don't call it a red card.
Exactly.
So what? What's the point? What's the point of watching soccer?
What's the point? Exactly. You have video. Okay, so you bring in VAR to fix these errors. You're maybe, 10 feet away, I think he was, from the actual screen. If you take 5 seconds out of your time, walk over, review it, you see what everybody else at home is looking at. Everybody saw it. The fans, the bench got up, and within 5 seconds of we saw one replay, and that's all we had to see was one replay, 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds, and we can see that Lo Celso's tackle was a red.
You don't know who's dumber in that situation, the ref or the people up there.
Yeah.
They're both idiots.
Because that's what VAR is, right? So VAR, you have somebody who's watching another screen elsewhere. Could be in the stadium, or I think in the Bundesliga, what they actually do is they might sometimes have people in separate locations, unrelated, and they're looking at a screen. And they're highly trained professionals. These are referees looking at these screens. This isn't me looking at the screen deciding.
There's like 5 of them in there.
Is there like 5?
Yeah. Dude, and all
There is,
5
yeah.
idiots, there's like 5 of them in there.
Every time you look at the video and you see them reviewing it, it's literally a whole team.
Take a look. Oh, replay, slow motion replay. And then...
And how many times do they have to look at it? How many times do they have to look at it
if they
over
look
in
at,
that office?
They look at it 20 times and they still give the wrong call.
How are we, as untrained professionals, able to determine this is a red card, but it takes you multiple views in your nice little expensive monitoring area where you have 500 monitors? I have one screen. I see a couple of... I see one angle, and I can tell you it's a red card.
You know what? At first, I thought EPL was way more harsh than the other leagues, until I watched the Ibra goal yesterday.
The Ibra goal?
So ball came to him, yeah? And he went like this. The ball hit him like right here. The ball went to the other team. But Ibra got it back really quickly. He rounded a dude, and finished the bottom right corner. Celebrated. Not one single player from Fiorentina complained.
No.
And if no one's complaining, why do you have to go to VAR? I don't know who even said, like, hey, we gotta check if Ibra's hand was involved. He went to VAR, and back to like what we were saying with Chelsea, you don't even know if the ref went to the screen to check.
I don't recall him going.
If it was a stamp or whatever. This ref went to the screen. And he was so confident when he walked away from it that it was a handball. It hit Ibra like this. And the ball went away from him. Another player already had it after that. And he still won it back from him. They went back to that and gave it a handball. This should never be a handball. Right here. If it's like this, it should never be a handball.
I don't think so.
It should never be a handball. It never was before. And then Leicester had a free kick. Apparently, they didn't call it a handball. They're really inconsistent. Like, soccer rules are different in each league, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like it. And you mentioned inconsistencies. And so I want to transition to this one because you're mentioning inconsistencies. And we could circle back if you'd like to the Ibra goal as well. Because by the way, that's not what we want VAR for. We don't want all of these goals to be disallowed. If there's a slight incident or if you're offside by a centimeter, we don't want VAR for that.
If your toe is offside by 1 centimeter, man.
We don't care.
The picture you showed me earlier, isn't his heel offside? He's running away from the play entirely. He's like running backwards, and his heel is offside, and they called that. No one was bitching about that.
Nobody cares. We want goals.
You can't celebrate goals anymore.
You can't. You have to wait.
Dude, every time I watch Bayern play, Ibra play, he scores a goal. I'm like, oh shit, should I celebrate right now or not? I get my phone out, start Snapchatting like, hey, Ibra, Bayern just scored, and yesterday I did that. Ibra scored. And I'm like, fuck yeah, let me get my phone out, start recording the screen.
He scores.
Look at him
you
celebrating.
posted to Snapchat.
And I'm gonna write Ibra king, yeah. Ibra sick. 38-year-old, still doing it. Dude, they went to VAR. I deleted my Snapchat.
Snapchat so quickly. That's what you have to do nowadays. You have to delete your Snapchats. You get excited for your team scoring and you have to delete your Snapchats. It's embarrassing. It's changed how we manage our social media.
It's changed everything. You can't celebrate anymore. Dude, imagine how City fans felt last year when Sterling scored that goal.
Which one are you talking about?
Sterling versus Tottenham last minute. When... Dude, you don't remember?
Maybe I do. It's probably slipping my mind.
It was Aguero was offside, and it was like he was off, but it's like damn, it was still pretty bad. Sterling scored, bottom right corner. They celebrated like crazy. And remember, dude, when Pep got on his knees and like,
that's right, yeah,
and covered his face, yeah.
Pep Guardiola is an actor, man. He's an actor,
dude.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah,
but no, it's so true. We watch the game. We want goals. We don't need you. And they always talk about, the referees have such a tough job. We shouldn't be harsh on them. We have to respect them.
The refs can go fuck themselves.
Yeah. the managers, they get fined when they criticize referees. Oh, they have such a tough job. We should take it easy on them. No. Doctors have a tough job.
Dude, I love when they, sometimes in the EPL, they go, when it's a controversial call in the game, and then after the game, they go to like Howard Webb in like the studio or something. And they ask him, what do you think about the call?
We don't care what he thinks.
And Howard Webb was like, yeah, he made the wrong call. Half the time he always says he made the wrong call. He doesn't say there was a good call by the ref. Why the hell are they hiring these stupid-ass refs then?
It's unbelievable. Where does it come from?
I hate that you can't celebrate goals like you used to, man.
Okay, and so that's fine. Okay, so they've disallowed a few goals. You've made that decision. Okay, that's fine. And if you're consistently doing the same things and something is changing with the rules or whatever is going on with the rules, you're interpreting the rules differently, that's fine. Let's bring it to this.
Sorry, one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
When they always say, like when there's a handball, and the commentator's like, oh, that's the new handball rule, blah, 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 it's the new handball rule. All right, we saw 3 of those handballs, and they called one out of those 2 that are the exact same. Like, oh, that's the new handball rule. What is the new handball?
What rule?
What is the rule? It's so inconsistent. I was always in for VAR, especially when Bayern lost versus Real Madrid 2-3 years ago when Vidal made that tackle and he got all ball and he gave him a red card and we lost, whatever. After that, I went crazy. I didn't want to watch soccer anymore.
And there's some calls like that.
And like that's when you should go for video.
Absolutely.
But if you go to video for an offside, it should be, if his legs are in front of the player to give him an advantage, then okay, that should be offside. If his arm is like this in front of you right now, like this, that should never be. If your feet are behind his, fuck.
There goes our side.
It shouldn't be it shouldn't be offside.
No.
If his feet are behind him, it shouldn't be offside.
If you didn't catch it with your eyes,
dude, if you see it,
we have to measure centimeters. I don't want to measure centimeters for an offside.
No.
I don't want to.
Okay, so when I said EPL does it, I was like, every league has different rules. To be honest, like from what VAR has showed me, but I will some offsides that happen in different leagues. EPL is way more strict. They pull that line out, dude, and they go hella in depth.
They
with
do,
it. But in
Bundesliga,
dude,
they
don't even show the replay. They don't even show the
protractor?
replay sometimes, dude. They're just like, oh, it's a goal, and then I was like, I could have sworn that was offside from the video. Not the video, just from watching it live.
From watching it live.
No, like EPL was hella strict with that offside rule, man.
It's unbelievable. We don't want that in the game. And when I say we, I mean the fans. We talk to a lot of fans all the time of the game. You know, a lot of our friends are fans of the game. You go on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm yet to see anyone agree with what's going on. This game is designed for the fans.
Like I said, I was always in for VAR. But
sure.
The way they're doing it, hell no, get rid of it ASAP.
We don't want you to take 20, 30 seconds. And that's the thing, right? So you look at American football whenever they're reviewing plays. We want VAR, sure. We want it to a certain extent. And they say beggars just can't be choosers. But there's a lot of money in this. This isn't a game where, you know, there's $10, $20 involved every week. There's millions of dollars being invested in this game.
Soccer's corrupt, man. I thought Bosnian League was corrupt when I played there.
We'll have to discuss that one day, by the way. The corruption of the Bosnian League.
Oh, God.
That'll have to happen.
Oh, man.
It'll have to happen.
American football is measured
Yeah, American football is measured in
I don't
inches.
watch it.
You look at their
I don't know.
replays, and every single replay, it's like, oh, look at this. And you have to have like 2-3 people go in, and the cameras and the referees. And the referee gets on a microphone. He announces to everybody, touchdown!
But like,
New York Tigers! You know?
said New York Tigers. Holy
New
shit.
York Tigers!
He said New York
Well,
Tigers.
however, American football teams name their teams.
But that's kind of like makes football more exciting with like those kind of calls, because football is kind of boring, to be honest. Every 6 seconds someone falls on the ground and they like to have a timeout, commercial break. But like with soccer, every single moment is intense, you know what I mean?
Every moment is intense.
Well, I don't know. Like that, those stupid ass calls like that where they get hell in depth, that makes it more exciting to watch. Like, oh my God. Soccer, it just ruins the game.
That's not how the game was created. That's not
man.
what people fell in love with. It definitely isn't. We don't need you to look at it for 20, 30 seconds. We don't need you to measure centimeters. We need you, and when I say you, I mean referees. We need referees to identify blatant and obvious errors that they have made.
What Arsene Wenger, Otto sent me it the other day. Arsene, you might have sent it
Yes,
to me too.
yes, Arsene Wenger. Yeah, his quote.
His
I love
his
that.
proposition was pretty good too. For the
Yeah, what so what
offside
Arsene
rule.
Wenger said is if the part of your body that you score with is not offsides,
Yeah,
it should
if
count.
it doesn't help you in
Sure.
scoring, yeah. If a finger's offside, that doesn't help you from scoring. That doesn't help you to score a goal if your finger's offside. But EPL, they would put out that line and see that your finger is offside, and they call it.
Yeah,
It's incredible. It's insane.
yeah. Arsene Wenger sees the game differently. The man's a legend.
Arsene's done it again.
He's done it again.
Arsene's
he's
done it
telling
again.
us how the game should be, and he's right. I agree with Arsene. You know, we want more goals. We don't want these calls to be offside. But anyway, I think we got way off. We started to talk about inconsistencies. Because okay, so you bring in VAR and you make these calls. Okay, whatever, that's fine. We saw a few weeks ago, if you remember, Son with his kick out to
The same, yeah.
Yeah.
Who they got?
He kicked out. Yeah, he kicked out to his groin.
And
Referee
Maguire
gives
does
him
the
a
same
red
thing.
card.
Maguire does the same thing.
And then you have Maguire,
Does the same thing,
the same exact thing,
and they don't call it.
and they don't call it.
And there's inconsistency.
Why?
Dude, remember World Cup? They didn't bring one EPL ref to the World Cup.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I don't
Not
care
one single
about the
ref.
refs.
And I think Arsene Wenger said some shit about that. Arsene Wenger, he's done it again.
He's done it again.
He's done it again.
For all the criticism that he received and for everything that's happened over the years with Arsene Wenger, he might just be the smartest man in the game. Is he the smartest man in the game?
Wenger in.
Wenger in. Bring him back. No, I'm just joking. I love Arteta. Arteta's going to be great. And by the way, Arsenal today, 3-2 against Everton. Phenomenal game. He's really changing that club. Emery I think Emery's the biggest disaster in football. Anyway, we're getting so far off topic from VAR because screw VAR still. That's all I have to say about that. But
We are the...
but with that inconsistency with Maguire and Son. Okay, so you call it for Son, and you don't call the exact same thing for
inconsistency.
Maguire.
There it is.
why?
Because soccer's corrupt.
Do you think the refs are doing it on purpose? Let me ask
Yeah.
you that. It's happened so many times this week because the refs feel like their job is being taken away or whatever might be happening.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of things like they can be pressured by the fans at the exact moment. There's corruption behind the scenes. There's Man U when they used to pay refs when Sir Alex Ferguson was there scoring, giving 7+ stoppage time.
It's an opinion, not facts, by the way.
Just kidding, but not really. Anyway,
Kidding, but not really. JK, not really.
Dude, it's incredible, man.
It is amazing.
There's a lot of things we don't know. We don't know, dude.
Why is it? Because Son is Korean and Maguire is your English hero? Is that why? I'm asking. I'm really asking because Son is Korean. Maguire.
Racism's still alive.
I mean, we don't have to act like there's not some sort of favoritism towards English players. You can have a player.
Oh, that's obvious, man.
You can have a player like Hazard, and then you can have a player like I don't know who's. You can have any average English player, and it's like, oh, Hazard, he's horrible, he's this. Remember that one time Hazard did that Panenka penalty, and they were criticizing him afterwards?
What did they say? That was disrespectful
Like,
to the game, to the league.
Who do you think you are doing this? Who do you think you are? If one of your English boys did it, would you do the same
he's
thing?
the next freaking Alan Shearer. He's the next Ronaldinho. The English Ronaldinho.
The English Ronaldinho. The English this.
Man.
And
That's why I don't like
and it's not the
EPL
fans,
that
by the way. And I
much,
think a
man.
lot of it is the commentators and the politics behind the scenes. It's amazing, but why is the same exact movement?
You know what?
If I kick out towards your groin, one is a red, the other isn't a red, and everybody gets up. And by the way, he didn't review that. I don't think he reviewed that either on the screen. I forget now what plays are reviewed on the screen.
You have to review that. No?
I don't recall. I don't think they're going to the screen as often as they should. They do this thing where they're like, stop making the game about yourself. That's what the refs are doing.
Dude, they can't wait to do that
can't
thing.
wait.
They can't wait to go to the screen, come back, and they say, da, da, da.
That's the one. That's the one.
Oh my god, they can't wait to do that shit, man.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, I hate it, dude. I hate it.
We don't want it.
Oh no, everyone's celebrating, dude. Like Ibra yesterday, man. He's like, you can hear him speaking Italian. He's like, and he goes like this, dude. Ibra was like, "What the fuck, dude? Am I playing in the US again, man? With the
Sunday
refs,
league,
dude. My lord,
it's
dude, again,
unbelievable.
like, and also AC Milan. I talked shit on them the other day. Like, Ibra got fouled on a breakaway. The dude got a red card, and Fiorentina still came back and tied it 1-1 with the man down. Like, dude,
it's unbelievable. And it doesn't end at Maguire. Same thing happened with Leicester, right?
I didn't watch the game, but I saw pictures. I saw there was a free kick. It hit someone in the hand, and they didn't call it. Which is the exact same, pretty much the exact same handball that last year when PSG played Man U. Remember when who jumped up? Kimpembe. He jumped up, hit him in the hand or whatever they call the PK. It was something like that. I saw pictures, so I don't know if it was just a picture that I saw, but it looked like it usually gets called if VAR looks at it, but they didn't call that. City won 1-0.
Oh, good old Manchester City.
City probably getting money out the pocket to pay the ref just like they or all that other crap last week.
Cheaters. And then Wolves, of course, again, it happens. Same thing happens with Wolves. And
what was
happens?
Wolves? The thing you showed me, the picture?
Yeah, the picture I showed you with Wolves where...
When his toenail was offside?
It reminds me of what happened with Giroud as well. Which, by the way, there's a ton of these examples. You know, Giroud also, he scored a header and his toe was offside. It was a good header. Giroud is incredible, by the way. And
is he starting with Bayern?
Oh,
Abraham's got to start.
I don't know.
Giroud loves a goal versus Bayern.
He
loves a goal versus Bayern. He scored like a bicycle kick versus Bayern one time.
He scored
with Arsenal, yeah. Like a side volley bicycle
scored
kick.
Incredible goals.
Bayern was up like 7-0, but he still scored the bicycle kick.
Arsenal and Chelsea legend Giroud, man.
Wow.
He's Chelsea incredible. Of course he's a Chelsea legend. Don't ever question that. Don't ever question Giroud as a legend. Giroud is amazing, man.
It's like Timoshuk being a Bayern legend.
Timoshuk is a Bayern legend.
Low key. He's a Champions League winner.
Low key. Remember when on FIFA he had like 37 pace? What is going on? But yeah, the same thing happened with Wolves. You know, we don't need referees to overturn these blatant calls. We don't need that. What we want is if it's not a red, take away the red. If it is a red, give the red. We don't need you to measure centimeters. We don't want to look at the TV screen for 2 to 3 minutes watching you take out your, a protractor looking thing. That's what they're taking out. They're like, oh, well, if you look, his toe's offside by this much, so it can't be a goal. It can't be a goal.
Why do they even have linesmen? Why do they have a referee in the middle? Why don't they have just big-ass speakers all over the stadium, and the dude just in his office be like, foul, red ball, Bayern ball, offside, red card.
These calls can be made a lot quicker, by the way.
That's the thing. They need to make it a lot quicker.
If you and I at home...
Why do 5 guys in the booth up there need the referee to run to the screen? Like, oh, we don't know, man. We don't know. Go to the screen. You need to go to the screen, telling him in his ear, go to the screen. Or they just want to be like, go to the screen, man, make it more dramatic. You know how sick it is when you do that little rectangle box?
Oh my God.
No, dude. That's corrupt, man.
There's something going on. I'm not convinced that so many calls were wrong this week. Which, by the way, and that was it the Lo Celso. Oh yeah, the Lo Celso call during the match. They admitted that they made an error. By the way, they admitted that they made an error.
All right, give him a red card now then.
But can you do that?
Yeah,
can we go back 20 minutes and just say, hey, you're off?
Yeah, because Ibra. I remember when Ibra elbowed Tyrone Mings, whatever his first name. I don't know if Tyrone. They didn't give him anything during the game, and then after the game or something, they gave him a ban.
And that's fine. I remember when Ibrahimovic had that tackle on was it Diego Costa, and he pulled out before he actually. I pulled out.
Pulled out.
He made. It's fine if you want to give some time. That's the type of things we want to bring back the calls for.
But like, you know what? Honestly, I kind of take back what I said.
About
if you don't call it in the game, don't call it after the game. It's done.
Are you saying don't give them the punishment, so 1-2 match ban, or
then you punish the ref. He fucked up.
Take away from their wages.
No, punish the ref. I don't know what you can do with him. Just punish his ass. Let him go to
take the referee's wages away.
Let him go to a refereeing class or something, dude.
Refereeing class.
Like,
we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble. We have to send our referees to additional training.
Dude,
I'm in big trouble.
Oh my God, what the hell are you saying? How much vodka do you have in that drink?
Not enough. Not enough. Not enough to express how upset I am at VAR. What I'm doing is I'm getting out all my anger for all of the people out there who are upset at this. That's what I'm doing. Because truly, with the game, we want a fast-paced game. We don't want to convert to American football where it takes, which is fine, by the way, because American football, great athletes, great sports, but we don't want that. We don't want slow decisions on fouls. The fans don't want that. The fans want a quick game, and I don't think those plays that they made decisions on, I don't think it took that long for them to make those decisions. I think that can be made a lot quicker. And if you can't tell within the first 5 to 10 seconds what happened, fine, keep the ball moving, keep it going. But this week we saw blatant calls where we could fix things.
Don't referees have bosses or something?
There has to be something behind the scenes.
Let them watch the game after and see what they fucked up on. And if they fucked up on it that bad where Lo Celso stomped on the dude, then you punish the ref.
What do you do?
Lo Celso got away with it. Whatever. Lo Celso got away with it. Don't punish him.
I feel like there's...
I mean, he should be punished because that was fucked up to do something like that. You know, the bad ones like that should, of course.
I agree.
Also, the player should get punished. But punish the ref. Don't let him ref anymore. Next 3 games. Give him three match ban. For real.
That's actually low-key genius.
No, for real.
That's low-key genius.
Man.
I agree with that.
Oh, my God.
No, I agree with that. That's a good point. Something has to change.
It's incredible. I'm done with VAR.
And here's a conspiracy, by the way. This is not facts. This is not facts at all, but this is a conspiracy that I'm thinking of, and I discussed it with somebody this week. What if the referees are doing this on purpose, getting these calls wrong, to eliminate VAR? Again, big conspiracy. Big conspiracy. But what if they're like, okay, if we get a ton of these calls wrong, it's like, oh, look, VAR doesn't work. Let's get rid of it. They get their jobs back the way they used to.
Yeah, do it. I'm done with this. If they're doing VAR like this, then get rid of it.
If you want to talk about corruption.
But you can't do VAR right because these guys are all morons, man.
I don't get it. Dude, if the fans can see it, why can you not see it? It's unbelievable.
We see it for 1 second up there. We see a replay. We don't have to see the replay 30 times. If we see the replay once or twice, we're like, okay. If me and you see the replay, Lo Celso stomp. Oh, that's a red. Get him off the field right away. These dudes up there. I'm not even going to say some shit. I was going to say some shit. I stopped myself.
I
stopped myself.
Say it. No, I'm just joking.
They're up there masturbating, dude. They're not even watching the game.
I don't know what's going on up there, but it's definitely not refereeing. Dude. That's
you
unbelievable.
Made me say it, dude.
I made you say it.
This is some good ass energy drinks, man.
Please sponsor us. We need we need sponsorships. from Coca-Cola Energy, specifically the zero kind, by the way. We don't want all of that sugar.
Was it zero sugar, yeah?
Zero sugar. Look at this. Look at the facts on that. Zero carbohydrates,
3% sodium, 40.
Perfect. Perfect. The perfect amount. Give that to the referees. Wake them up. Give them something.
Wake them up, dude.
Wake them up. VAR out. We've had enough.
All right, enough of VAR, man. I'm
Have you had enough of VAR?
Yeah, dude.
Have you had enough of VAR?
That Ibra goal, man. Ibra goal scores a sick goal, and they're gonna use VAR.
Stop disallowing these goals.
Handball.
That's what the fans want.
Before it used to be when it's like this, yeah, when your arm is right next to your body. That's never, if it hits right here, that's never a handball. But the commentators, the new handball rule.
The new handball
The
rule.
new handball rule. You can't. Fuck up.
We don't want it. The fans don't want it.
Oh my god.
And if there is a fan out there that wants it, please let me know.
We
will bring you on this podcast.
No, the thing, like I said it like 4 times. I want VAR.
Yeah,
but not
definitely.
Like that. Not like that.
Not like this. This is not
That's
the VAR.
pathetic, man.
And so before the 2018-19 season,
But now I don't want VAR.
they brought in a majority of the football clubs in the Premier League before the 18-19 seasons, and a majority of them said no. Let's first let's experiment some more, and then eventually they agreed that okay, let's do it. So eventually it was decided let's bring it in, but clearly something is not going right behind the scenes.
My friend Mahir, he told me they're bringing VAR to the Bosnian League.
You need to bring the FBI to the Bosnian League.
How? Imagine the VAR in the Bosnian League. Oh my god, dude. They're going to start throwing all shit at the dude. He's going to this little screen over there. Yeah. Throwing shit at them. Oh my god.
That is the most dangerous thing you can do in the world.
Imagine VAR in the Bosnian League. Oh my god.
If I was a referee, I'd quit my job.
Dude. Oh my god. Are you
That's
kidding me? The fans
unbelievable.
would run the field. The fans would jump over the stands and they would run onto the field and beat the ref's ass. You know, one time we were playing Sarajevo. Yeah, I'm just gonna mention one story.
No, absolutely.
We were playing versus Sarajevo, and Sarajevo was struggling around that time.
Which, by the way, Aris, he played professionally in the Bosnian League, so first-hand experience. You need to know. So go ahead and tell the story, please.
So we were doing okay. We made it to the semis of the cup, which we won at the end, by the way.
Hey, this is a champion right here. You're watching a champion. I'm sitting next to a champion. This guy.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
Okay. Anyway, so we're playing Sarajevo. Yeah, they're fighting for the league. We're like 5th or something, 4th place. We stopped giving a fuck about the league because we just focused on the cup. And when I don't know if okay, it's Bosnian league, whatever. But whenever you think about a team like, they don't really care about the league anymore, they're gonna just focus on the cup. That shit is true. We did not give a shit about the league anymore. We just cared about the cup.
And is that what the coach tells you behind the scenes? Does he tell you, hey?
No, of course not. He wants us to buy. He gets mad after the game if we don't do good in the league.
But is that?
But in the back of his head, he's thinking, I want the cup. Fuck the league.
He says, I want the cup.
Yeah, like whatever.
Dime me cup.
No,
cup.
Okay. Anyway, so we're playing Sarajevo. Oh man, I have stories, man. I have stories. Okay,
we're gonna have to get to these stories, but I want to hear this one.
Anyway, so I started the game versus Sarajevo, yeah, and we were talking about the night before. Well, even like throughout the week, the trainings before the game on we played Saturday, and Sarajevo is struggling in the league. They're fighting for first place, but they didn't do too well in the previous results. Like I said, we just stopped giving a fuck about the league. We were like 4th place. Anyway, Sarajevo fans came to their practice, cussing them out, going crazy, about to throw shit, about to like go to the practice and like start attacking the players or whatever. And they didn't, you know what I mean? They were just pissed off at the results. And night before our game, we're like, yo, if the Sarajevo fans said, if they don't win tomorrow versus us, they're gonna rush the field.
Oh
and I'm like,
God.
What?
All right.
I bet. All right. So we get to the locker room beforehand, and we're actually serious. I'm not bullshitting. We're talking about where we're gonna, if we beat Sarajevo, where we're gonna run away if the Sarajevo fans attack, like where we're gonna jump. I'm dead serious. And we had a Hugo. Hugo was a Brazilian guy on our team. He can barely speak, Bosnian. It was so funny. He couldn't speak zero English. He didn't know anything. And I'm like, "Koga, ti trči tamo?" Ja trči tamo. He's like, "Oh, okay, brate." But no, like we were talking about where we're gonna jump over the fence, like when cause our stadium wasn't that big, and if we were to win. Thankfully, we lost 1-0. We didn't have to worry. There were hella fans. When we played at home, it's like we played away. We didn't have fans. Sarajevo, there were 3,000, 4,000 Sarajevo fans that were there because our stadium only sat, I don't know how many. Anyway, all Sarajevo fans. They scored in the first 5-10 minutes. I was like, hell yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I wasn't. I'm just kidding. But you know who was at that game?
Who?
Masimovic.
No way.
Yeah, Masimovic was at that game.
That's amazing, actually. Masimovic, by the way,
Bosnian
legend, absolutely.
Anyway, yeah.
Free kick specialist.
So we get scored on the first 5-10 minutes, and we played a pretty decent game after that. We did lose 1-0. Thankfully, we weren't attacked. They weren't going to attack us. They were going to attack Sarajevo players. But still, you know, who knows? Like, they get pissed off at me. Like, oh, dude, you nutmeg this dude. We're about to fucking wreck you.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
We're getting all of you.
And I started... Dude, that's when my mom was in Sarajevo, too, with me. I was like, Mama, please, man. Be careful with those fans, man.
I tell her, don't show up to the match.
Dude, yeah. Well, she was at the game. Anyway. Thankfully... yeah, so we lost, whatever. And... the Sarajevo fans didn't rush us. Why did I even start talking about this right now?
We're talking about VAR coming to the Bosnian League. They don't need VAR.
Okay, so back to VAR. Imagine Sarajevo scores on us 90th minute or something, and the guy wants to go to VAR. Not only are they going to attack the players, they're going to attack the ref in the screen. They're going to take the screen and wreck him in the head with it. No, screw that.
Please,
VAR,
no.
Stay away from the Bosnian League.
Stay away from any league in the Balkans. I don't care where you go. Please do not bring VAR to the Balkans.
Dude,
because we don't want it, and we're this upset.
And there are people are like, why didn't you stay in Bosnia? Why didn't I stay in Bosnia?
This is
exactly why I did. I tell people I can write a whole book about what happened to me in Bosnia, dude.
You should write a book.
Dude, I should, man. I could.
You could.
Dude, but then it's just going to expose the hell out of that league, man.
What's going to happen is FIFA's going to come to your house and investigate you. But they don't care.
Actually, I can go to FIFA right now and get the wages that I haven't received yet from Olympic.
Ooh, unpaid wages?
Yeah.
What is this? Wages. Bring back, give this man his wages.
But dude, I was like,
10 euros a week.
But I was like, keep the wages, man. I just want to get the hell out of this team.
I just want to come back to America.
No, yeah. No, like Bosnia was fun. It was an experience, whatever. But like the teams. And like people are saying, why didn't you go to a different team in Bosnia? I was like, man, if I saw how it is at Olympic, I already know how it's going to be at other teams in Bosnia. Like,
yeah.
So whatever. Anyway,
I think you made the right decision.
VAR.
Oh,
be great for the Bosnians.
It'd be great for bring it in. Why not? Give us something to discuss.
Oh my God, dude!
This week,
and then you just see on Nivni Navas, he's fucking talking about ref Ubijan. At Sarajevo versus Željo game because of VAR.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to discuss a lot more of these stories because you have some great stories and I've heard some of them, but we need to hear some more.
You haven't heard a decent amount either. There's a bunch of shit.
I'm ready.
Like some shit, it just pops in my head. Like I was like, damn, I can't believe that actually happened to me in Bosnia. I forgot about that.
One every episode. The PTSD of the Bosnian League. Oh. That's what we're gonna title it. Anyway, what he's getting at is please do not bring VAR to the Bosnian League or anywhere in any Balkan league. They don't want it. They don't need it. And unlike the fans in every other league, they will show you that they do not want it.
Imagine how corrupt it would be, like with VAR too. No, dude, this dude paid me before the game. I can't call this right now. I'm gonna just go to the screen, act like I'm doing something.
Act like he's doing something. All right. Anyway, so we've been discussing VAR. Chelsea, obviously, during the Spurs game.
Yeah,
so
motherfuckers is getting exposed.
Let's discuss the Spurs game because obviously that game was plagued with VAR decisions as well.
I didn't watch that game.
So it was a good match, and Lampard, first coach to beat Mourinho both home and away.
He beat him with Derby too last year.
With who?
Derby in PKs.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. So Lampard has beaten him 3 times.
Lampard has a bright future. And I hope whatever happens at the end of the season, I hope he continues to stay. I love the idea of great players coming back. I love the idea of Lampard back to Chelsea. I love the idea of Arteta back to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Keep it coming. This is great. But anyway, phenomenal match.
Was it a good game?
It was a great game, actually.
I scored a hella Sugar goal. Lamela own goal. Who was it? I don't know who made the run.
Oh, yeah.
Who scored for Chelsea?
For Chelsea, I can't remember off the top of my head. Hold on, let me take a look.
This guy said he watched the game.
This is exactly my memory is horrible. We're about to get some stats pulled up here so I can explain to you guys exactly what. But anyway, that game was plagued with VAR as well. So we're not gonna forget that. But even after that, Lampard was extremely upset. And he was upset. He was upset when it happened with Manchester United. We lost. It's like, okay, he's just complaining. He's bitching this and that. And then he wins. And again, against Spurs, we have the same thing. But here's, for that one, let me take a look here. Giroud, of course. Giroud. Ali G, let's do it.
Oliver Johnson.
Let's do it. World Cup winner Ali G, of course. He's amazing. He hasn't gotten a lot of starting opportunities this year.
Wow, Otto's gonna love that you're talking about Giroud.
Yeah, he will. Because he knows the truth. Ali G is a legend.
Why you call him
Ali? Because Ali G. Oh, well, I to the G.
All right, who else? Just him?
No, and then obviously we had let's see. Marcus Alonso, yeah, he had a goal as well, and he could have scored a couple
that was a
of
sick
times.
Goal. I saw that goal. That was
yeah.
That was nice.
Now, did you see his volley that he hit and he almost scored?
No, I didn't watch
with
that.
his right foot. So Alonso's left-footed, and that volley that he almost hit. Oh my goodness, Alonso. He gets a lot of hate from the Chelsea fans, and I hate him Alonso a lot.
His pace is worse than Tim Shook back in 2013.
Oh my god, there's something about him. He's great at a lot of things, but I'm not convinced that he's the best left back.
Is Emerson sick?
Emerson is sick. He's fast.
Emerson is a good-looking guy, man.
Yeah,
that's a good-looking dude.
And so is Giroud as well.
Oh, Giroud.
Giroud's
a good-looking dude.
We have models on that team. Chelsea has models. Tammy Abraham has that drip.
Damn, what is going on right
He's
now?
dripping. I have no idea what's going on. But high key,
Bayern got some ugly ass players, man.
I was about to mention somebody, but no, I'm going to stop right there.
Oh, I was too.
No. We're gonna keep it on the topic of Giroud. I love it. Giroud is an incredible player.
Okay. All right.
And no, it was a fantastic game. Free kick as well from Alonso, where he hit the post. What happened? Yeah, I know. Fantastic match. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get too far into that game, just because if you saw the score, you know what happened. The game ended 2-1. It could have been a lot more. First half, we came out swinging. Spurs had no defense. Second half, it was a little shaky at points, but the one goal they scored is just lapse concentration. Caballero again obviously started for Chelsea.
Damn, what's going on with that?
I don't know, and I want to hear more about this. And I think Lampard is at the point where he's finally getting tough with players, saying, "Hey, look, let's play our best lineup. And if you're not going to give your all, and if you're going to make these simple mistakes, you're going back on the bench." And I like that from Lampard.
Speaking of mistakes, man, remember last week I was saying, put some respect on Neuer's name.
Some respect on Neuer's name. What's going on? What happened?
How bad he fucked up versus Paderborn.
I read something. I haven't seen that yet. But what?
I was praising him hella hard, and then he pulls that shit. Oh, I was like, so mad. I was like, damn, I shouldn't have praised him so hard. No, he had an unreal game versus Cologne when I was praising him, but what he did the other day versus Paderborn, Bayern barely won, by the way, thanks to Lewandowski, the greatest striker.
And by the way, I think we're 3 episodes running where I'm riding Lewandowski. But Lewandowski, I'm telling you, because we had everything of the decade. What's going on here? I have to see this video.
You see it?
Yeah. Oh my God, what is he doing? So to explain to you what I'm seeing right now, Neuer has a habit of coming out of the goal.
Neuer has a habit of playing left mid.
And he's... He has a habit of playing left mid, and right mid and midfielder, and he's done it phenomenally throughout the course of his career.
He said after the game, he's like 99 out of 100 times. I don't fuck up there, but I did this time.
He does not.
I was like, man, stay your ass in goal. What are you doing? Just stay your ass in goal, man.
Great. He's done so great over the years.
Stay in goal, man. Then you make me look bad for praising you the other day.
I just realized you were wearing a Bayern jersey, by the way. Represent. Well, let's move on. Oh man, that Messi goal drought lasted so long, didn't it?
Long 4 games, man.
4 games, unbelievable. I
think 4 goals scored, like he never had a drought.
Hey!
A goal a game.
You know, Messi is one of those players, and you can't talk about him enough. I think people are either sick of hearing about him, or they just love hearing about him every time.
You know what?
4-game drought.
I'm not going to take those goals he scored because they were scored from an assist from a guy who should never be playing for that team. Because
yes,
what's his name?
I can't pronounce his name. There's no way I can pronounce his name, but I'm going to attempt to pronounce it. It's something
Braithwaite.
Braithwaite
Played for Middlesbrough back in the day. Now he's assisting Messi.
He played for Middlesbrough?
Yeah, I looked at his Wikipedia.
Here's my thing.
This guy. This guy. Someone tweeted Messi is nothing without Ronaldinho. But like the haters are saying this. Messi is nothing without Ronaldinho. Messi is nothing without Xavi, Iniesta, Neymar. Messi is nothing without Braithwaite.
Messi is nothing without Braithwaite.
He just used Braithwaite.
So just to explain,
as Ronaldinho, Xavi, Iniesta, Neymar.
Barcelona have been able to sign a player outside of the normal transfer window, which usually runs throughout the summer, and it runs throughout January. So twice a year you get the transfer window. I don't have to explain that to anybody, but twice a year you have a transfer window where you're able to sign and sell players. Perfect. Fine. That's great. But now we're in February, and you bring in another player.
They bring in a player, yeah?
Why?
Barcelona's like, oh, Dembele's injured. They asked La Liga, can we please buy another player? And La Liga's like, you know what? Okay, go ahead. So they get Braithwaite. Okay, he's not like
corruption
Neymar or something, you know what I mean? But shit, he did play and he did assist Messi, so I guess he's a decent player. Anyway, so they bought him from Leganes. So then Leganes, they go to La Liga, like, you know what? Since Barca got our player, can we get a replacement for him? La Liga's like, nope, no, you cannot. You can shut your ass up. You're not getting anyone. So it's like, okay, why are they letting Barcelona do it, but not this little ass team who doesn't have money, who doesn't? Don't act like you guys can't replace someone from your youth or something, or from some players that you have. But they get Braithwaite. They have to.
You have your youth academy. No hate on Barcelona, by the way. They're a phenomenal club, but
it's unfair.
Why can you sign a player in February when the transfer window just ended?
And then poor Leganes, they're like, okay, can we please sign a replacement now for Braithwaite? Liga's like, hell no, you can't. Shut your ass up. You can play with whoever the hell you got. If you get relegated, sorry. So
it's over.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Anyway, Messi goal drought. That didn't happen.
Messi
scored a goal a game.
Yeah, goal a game. So it's basically 4 games, no goals. Well, here's just 4-1 for you since you want to talk. Yeah, there's not much to talk about that. One of the greats, obviously, if not the great, depending on who you ask. So, the next piece that I want to discuss, and this is something that I just read a couple minutes ago, right before the podcast. The U.S. women's team has finally. We're talking about U.S. soccer. If you know anything about the U.S. women's team, they have recently been trying to get compensated fairly, and it looks like they are requesting at this point $67 million. We don't know what's going to happen with that. All I have to say is, hey, if you want more money, go get your money. It's great that they're fighting so hard to get additional compensation. They're obviously in their competitions going much further than the men's team. However much money they want, and if they're asking for it, and if it seems fair, and if it's doable, pay them the money. You know, I think it goes with any corporation where somebody at the top is earning the most money and nothing is coming down to the people who are actually earning it. So good for the U.S. women's team. And you know, keep fighting for what you feel like you deserve. That's the way I feel about that anyway. Despite the fact that, you know, there's obviously a lot of controversy behind that, but not much to say about that. So hopefully that goes good for them. USA number 1. Yeah, let's keep it going. Come on. And women's soccer, exactly, by the way. If you want to talk about the greatest women's teams in history, if anybody deserves that type of money, it is the U.S. women. The U.S. women have consistently performed. There's a lot of arguments from different sides about why they shouldn't get the money. Hey, look, if somebody wants to get paid more, stay out of it. Don't say, oh, well, they don't do this. No, listen, if it's not coming out of your pocket, let them earn whatever they want. That's the way I see it. So good on them. They're champions. They're winners. They're all incredible. We'll see over the course of the next few weeks. Now that we have a figure that they're requesting, we'll see what happens with that, and hopefully we can bring it up in a future episode. But good on them.
You know more about that stuff than me.
Yeah, it's
whatever. I don't know. Yeah, of course. If you want more money, go ahead and try to get it.
Definitely, absolutely.
Speaking of U.S. soccer, Jermaine Jones,
Schalke's
former Schalke player, former U.S. national team player, just came out and said that Bruce Arena was the worst coach that he has ever had. No, he said that. He said Bruce Arena is the worst coach he has ever had by far. And then they talk about, Klinsmann, he was terrible, blah, blah, blah. I read Bruce Arena was coach 8 games. Klinsmann was coach only 2 games in that World Cup qualifying round.
Yeah.
So don't you dare blame Klinsmann for you guys not qualifying for the World Cup.
He was great. He had a vision and he was doing something special there. And
Jermaine Jones said how this guy is a American legend, the best American coach of all time is beyond him. He can't believe it. And this dude played in Germany, played for big teams, and you got to listen to this dude. He criticized.
He knows what he's talking about.
He criticized that kid from Seattle Sounders. I forgot his name. Do you remember his name? The kid that played for like Harvard or something. He played out of college for the U.S. national team. Anyway, he said something like, I talked to him about going to Europe, and he replied to me, he's like, well, me and my girlfriend just got a place, we got a dog, I don't want to leave, blah, blah, blah. Jermaine Jones was like, are you fucking kidding me? You don't want to go to Europe to play for a big team, you're that young, you're that big of a prospect, and you want to stay in Seattle because you got a new dog and a new girlfriend. Jermaine Jones could not believe it. I can't believe it. No one can believe it. People,
I'm in favor of, by the way, if you want to stay in the MLS and build the league, that's great. But at this point in your career, you have to focus on yourself as a player. Go to Europe.
He was linked to decent teams in Europe. And for him to say, no, I don't want to go. I just got a new dog. I got a new dog. He got a new dog. That's why he doesn't want to go play for a Bundesliga team, even if it's second league Bundesliga team.
I don't care if it's the third division.
Third division is still labeled professional in Germany.
Some of those.
He said he doesn't want to go because he got a new dog and a new place with his girlfriend. That's a problem with U.S. soccer.
Something has to change. Something really has to change.
Jermaine Jones's face when the same face I made when I heard it, dude. When he was talking about it, he's like, Are you kidding me? New dog.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. U.S. soccer definitely has a few things to work
That's
out,
why I respect
especially after missing the last World Cup.
A bunch of players, like the decent players that go to Europe. Like that kid, Reina, he plays for Dortmund. He's been playing. He's on Reina's kid that played for the U.S. national team. He's playing for Dortmund now. He's a decent player. He could have stayed in Seattle, Chicago, and walked his dog. But he decided to walk his dog in Germany instead. Whatever.
That's amazing.
Anyway, let's jump in the Champions League since we're talking about Dortmund.
Dortmund PSG. Hi button. That's what we do. It's a big week. So we could jump straight into predictions, but let's first discuss the predictions that we had.
We got Dortmund right. Dortmund PSG. You got the score right.
I got the score right for Dortmund PSG. I think that's the only thing I got right. Out of all of them, that was the only thing that I got right.
I said Atletico's going to put up a fight. That's going to be the most difficult team Liverpool can get. I said 1-1, I think.
How much possession did Liverpool have during that game, by the way?
I think like 98.
Like 98% possession. I'm going to pull up these stats right now.
Zero shots though.
So here's what we have for stats.
Diego Simeone.
72.6% possession for Liverpool.
How much?
72.6.
I thought it was like 98.
It feels like 98 when you see that. But
yeah,
it's absolutely...
they scored that lucky ass goal right in the beginning, and that's what, And then Diego Simeone said, everyone get your ass back and defend.
And defend. Against
We'll
the
see.
best
We'll
team
see
in
how
the
it
world,
goes.
that's all you can do.
We'll see how it goes at Anfield. I mean, it's a different atmosphere there. I mean,
see that
it's
cheeky
similar
comment by Jurgen Klopp? Welcome to Anfield. What did he say? Is something like "Welcome to Anfield" or something along those lines. He knows that when you show up to Anfield, it's going to be a different story.
But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy.
Because Atletico's a shithouse team, man. They can just defend.
They defend.
I remember Bayern a few years ago lost to Atletico 1-0, and Griezmann had like a breakaway. He scored at Allianz Arena, and Bayern won 2-1, but they got knocked out on away goals. But damn, Atletico was defending the entire game. It just pissed you off.
What can you do against that?
I mean, not like Simeone. Everyone should know Simeone doesn't care how you play. He just wants a result. He just hopes to get through. He'll do anything. But I don't know.
By the way, talking about, because you mentioned Simeone, I recently found out he's the highest paid coach in the world.
I remember I saw that the other day too.
That took me by surprise. And I don't know the exact earnings off the top of my head, but when I saw that, I expected somebody like, I don't know, Pep Guardiola, who plays for Manchester City.
What is it, Pep second or something?
I'm sure he is. Manchester City and their finances. We're not gonna, if we get into that again.
But yeah, I mean, Liverpool, as long as Atletico doesn't score an away goal. But then if they do score an away goal, Liverpool can also score 3 goals and still go through.
The best forward line in the world right now.
But
that's going to be good. That's going to be an incredible game.
What other games? Atalanta
4-1 against Valencia.
That was not. I didn't expect that. I expected a closer game. I still said Atlanta was going to win, but not 4-1. Dude, no, but I watched that game. Valencia had chances. They just couldn't score. Other than that one goal. But whatever. What other game was there?
We also had Spurs versus Leipzig.
I said Leipzig was going to win.
You said
Tottenham comfortably going to win.
Ooh. But you know what?
I said Leipzig is a good team.
Thing when
and
I predicted that.
Leipzig should have won by way more. Patrick Schick should have scored a hat-trick. Werner should have scored. Werner is a good player, man. He should have scored,
Werner's
though.
Gonna be amazing.
He's a decent player. He's fast as fuck. Werner is hella fast.
Is he going to Bayern at any point, you think?
He's linked to Liverpool now. I think Klopp is going to get him. Bayern was always linked to him, but like they can't
like that when your team's already that great.
Yeah. But Bayern was talking about him, blah blah blah, but like they can't replace, we still got Lewandowski. But then why not play Werner on the wing or something? You know what I mean? He can also play on the wing. He played on the wing versus Tottenham. Schick was the striker, the lone striker, and he was terrible. Schick was terrible. Oh my god, Schick's terrible. Schick should have scored a hat-trick. Tottenham, they put pressure on last 15 minutes, I guess. Tottenham didn't look very good, man. But what can you do? Son is injured.
Similar to how they did against Chelsea. And I give Spurs a lot of crap, but honestly, like without Son and Harry Kane, what are you gonna do? You literally don't have a striker. And you know what? I don't actually. The more I think about it, I don't even accept that excuse. You don't have a forward? Okay, go into your academy, grab a forward.
Go to the EPL like Barcelona did and grab a player.
That would never happen in the EPL. No. Has that ever happened in any other?
No, I'm sure never happened before.
You don't think it's ever?
I don't think it's ever.
I feel like it's happened before. I just can't think. I'm gonna look that up right after this. See if it's ever happened before.
Maybe a free agent or something, but not like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can pick up a free agent because you're not signing him from another team. But there's no way you can just go to another team and say, "Hey, give me your player and I'll pay for him this and that." Let's see, are we missing any other games? So we had Atalanta, Valencia, Spurs, Leipzig, Dortmund, PSG.
Dortmund.
Dortmund got in a battle with DJ Snake on Twitter. Because Dortmund said we create our talent, or no, Dortmund didn't say it, but Lars, I don't know his last name.
Yeah, Dortmund player, and they shared.
They said, "Oh, we create our players," and DJ Snake said,
"We don't buy them or something."
Who have you created? And then they responded with, "We created music," or no, they said, "Who do you make
good music?
We make music."
They said, "Who do you make?" He said, "Who do you make good or something?" And they said, "We make good music." And DJ Snake said, "See you on Tuesday," and Dortmund said, something lean on. I don't know what the hell it was. I sent it in the group. I don't remember.
They did say something about Lena.
They just replied pretty much saying, "We won. Shut the fuck up, DJ Snake." But I think PSG is gonna.
That's gonna be a tough game. But if we know one thing is Haaland has not stopped scoring. I'm expecting a Haaland goal. But we're not moving on to those predictions.
Haaland is fucking crazy, man.
Haaland. Here's the thing. Haaland, and I was watching him play against, who were they playing against in the Bundesliga just yesterday?
Bremen.
Yeah, I was watching him yesterday, and his
Scored
movement for his age, so right now
Dude,
he's about,
so
18,
fast,
19?
man.
His movement is, you don't see that. You don't see that with some of the most experienced players.
He's hella fast.
We're going to be talking about Haaland for at least the next 10 years. I don't think he's one of those players where we talk about him sort of like Odegaard. You talk about him for 5 weeks, and then you come back, and then you never hear about him again. No, Haaland is here to stay unless something happens.
Versus Real the other day. Odegaard's first goal at the Bernabeu was versus Real Madrid.
Versus Real Madrid?
That's hella funny.
That's
anyway,
amazing.
I think Dortmund PSG is still up in the air.
Yeah, that's going to be an
Did I mess up the
incredible
audio?
match.
Still gonna do the audio?
Yeah, no, everything's fine.
I still think PSG's.
They might.
I think-
PSG is just
yeah.
a tough team to play against.
I think Leipzig is through.
Leipzig is through.
Leipzig is through. I think that's done. Atalanta, Valencia. I know it's
that's-
4-1, but man, who knows?
Yeah.
Atalanta should probably go through. And who else did we miss?
No, we haven't missed anybody. That's really it as far as matches that have happened.
Oh, and then Liverpool up in the air with
Yeah. Liverpool's going to be an incredible game against Atletico.
Anyway.
But now we have this week's matches, which, if you know what I mean, but I'll save this one for last. We have Napoli-Barcelona. That's going to be an incredible game.
That's going to be a
You
shit
think that's
game.
an incredible
It's gonna
game?
be a shitty game.
I think Napoli and Barcelona is going to be a great game.
No, it's a shit game.
I like that. I like that matchup.
Why?
I don't know. I just
That's
do. I
shit.
like teams like Napoli, and I want Napoli to win.
I think Barca easily going through.
They might. Barcelona with their brand new signing from February. I'm predicting. I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm predicting Napoli's gonna win. I don't want to put a score on this one, but
You fucked up your prediction so bad last week.
I'm gonna fuck them even worse this time. They're gonna be way worse than last time. They're gonna be way worse than last time.
Okay.
What is your prediction for Napoli Barcelona? You're saying Barcelona?
Yeah.
Barcelona on that one. Okay,
Napoli beat Liverpool this year, but Napoli also fired their coach.
they did.
They are in like 10th or I don't know.
Napoli did
what-
beat Liverpool this year.
They're terrible in the Serie A right now, so I don't know. Messi's scoring goals again.
They're going for it all the way in the Champions League. They're not playing around this year.
Who?
Napoli. After beating Liverpool, it's happening.
All right.
We have Juventus Leon. Juventus.
Honestly,
yeah.
Juventus sucks though too. They're not that great. Leon is not that
Ronaldo,
great either. But I don't know. Whatever. It's gonna be like a 2-1 or something. It's gonna be close.
Juventus will do well.
Juventus should win that.
Yeah, that's easy for them.
3.
Real Madrid, Manchester City, and that's the one that slipped my mind.
I think Real's taking it.
You think Real's taking
I
it?
think Real's taking it.
I'm telling you right
first
now.
leg. First leg, Real.
They're taking the first leg, Real?
Maybe even overall.
Is that at home or away?
Real's at home. First game.
Oh, that's going to be an incredible matchup.
That's gonna be good.
Here are Real's injuries, by the way. I just pulled this up. Eden Hazard, Bale, Jovic, Asensio, and then Mariano Diaz.
Bale's not surprising.
Yeah, Bale's been injured his whole career. This guy, I have no idea. Been injured his whole career. But that's a lot of injuries. But on the same side, Sané and Sterling injured for Manchester City. So we'll
Sonny's
see.
coming to Bayern.
So what's your Sané probably is coming to Bayern. What's your prediction for that Manchester City Real Madrid matchup?
3-1 Real
3-1 the Real.
or 2-1.
Okay,
I should probably just pick a score. 3-1.
I'll throw this out there. 2-1 Manchester City. And I say this because with Manchester City, with everything that's happened over the last couple of weeks, they have to win this. They have to win this. They're going to give everything. They're done with the Premier League, even though they just won their last match.
Did you see Mahrez? He posted a picture of of the game. He said important win versus Leicester. That's fucking an important win for you guys can't do anything with that
finished.
win. You guys, UPL's done. You can't win. They've all.
I don't think he
You can't
understands.
get. Maybe he knows some shit we don't.
Maybe he does. Ooh, Illuminati.
Important win though.
Important win.
Yeah, real important
if
win.
Mahrez
You're not giving
says
it
that,
for
it must
nothing.
be important. He knows something we don't.
Okay. Anyway, you think City's gonna take that one away?
And again, not because they're the better club. I truly believe it's because
City's not
they
doing
have-
too well though, man.
they have everything.
El Clasico's next weekend too, or like a week and a half or something. I don't know.
Another Clasico?
So I don't know. No, they're still gonna.
No.
Zidane's gonna. Zidane knows the Champions League.
Dan does not play. That's repeat.
All right.
So we decided on that. Now the big one.
What did we? Okay, Bayern.
The big
Chelsea.
one. Bayern
Right.
Chelsea.
If
Ooh.
Bayern plays like they did with Paderborn, then Chelsea's gonna win 3-0.
I think
But
Chelsea's
hopefully
going to
not.
play like
Bayern
they
plays
did
better
against
against decent
Bayern in
teams.
2012. Is the
Thankfully, I was like talking, so I didn't hear exactly what you said. I just know you said 2012.
I said 2012, and that's all you heard.
Oh, okay.
I think this is going to be a big matchup for Lampard, and here's why. Lampard, Champions League winner in Bayern in 2012 against Bayern Munich.
My God, dude, stop living in the past.
I live in the past, and I'll forever live in the past.
Jeez.
The greatest accomplishment ever. You know,
Ever.
this is gonna mean a lot to Lampard. It's gonna mean a lot to Lampard.
It's 2012, man. 2012.
It's
Dude, that was 8 years.
that was 8 years ago.
Damn, we're old. 8 years ago.
I literally feel like that's yesterday. Every season just goes
Of
by.
course
like
you do, because that's all you think about.
That's all I think about every single day.
That's the only thing you guys ever do. Just kidding. Sorry,
I
Chelsea
think
fans.
I think this is gonna be a great match, and I'm surprised we haven't seen a lot more, marketing and flashbacks. But I think we will see it
Right
leading
now
up
you
to this
will.
match. Yeah, I think starting tomorrow, it's gonna be a lot of looking back. They're gonna ask Lampard, "Oh, you won this. You won this 8 years ago. How does it feel being back?" Lampard wants to win this.
He's gonna be like, "Wow, that was so long ago. Ancient history."
So I'm
That's
just
what
gonna
he's
throw
say.
I'm gonna throw my prediction out there first and foremost. I have this Chelsea. I think we're gonna win 3-1, and that's and I'm
Did you
and
tell
I'm
me
that-
the other day you guys are gonna win?
Listen, what I say behind the scenes is gonna be we're gonna win 3-1. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Lampard knows what to do in Germany. Germany is Lampard's. Okay, Lampard owns Germany.
We're playing in London.
Oh, is that in London?
You think
Jesus
you
Christ.
think if it was in Munich you would win 3-1?
I think if it's in Munich, we're winning 5-1.
Yeah.
No.
No.
That changes
Turn
things
the
a little
camera- turn
bit.
the
Instead
camera
of
off.
3-1, turn the cameras
camera
off. It's
No,
over.
I'm leaving, man. I'm leaving, dude.
No, listen.
I'm not gonna do a podcast
Here's the
with a
thing,
guy that talks like this, dude.
Here's the thing. We're gonna go into Munich. That's gonna but all
No,
jokes
talk
aside.
about the first leg. Talk about the first leg.
All banter aside, all jokes aside, Bayern is a better club than Chelsea currently. Chelsea is rebuilding. Bayern's rebuilding as well, but they're definitely in a state where they're still one of the great teams of the world.
Imagine
So
Chelsea wins now 3-1 after all that.
after all of this, no, seriously though, if that happens, I might cry. But here's my thoughts on this. I think we're gonna have a very, very tough time. Bayern's at a place where, despite them still sort of being in would you agree they're in rebuild mode right now? They're still doing great, but they're in rebuild mode.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out what to do without Ribery and Robin.
Yeah. I will say that Bayern will take this, and I think they will take it very comfortably.
What do you think the score is going to be?
Man, I'm scared to think about it. I really am.
It's like a horror movie or something.
It's like a horror movie.
Oh my God. Lewandowski's on fire, boy.
Lewandowski, he's literally the best striker in the world. I don't care what anyone says.
I like Abraham, man. I like Abraham, though. He's sick.
Abraham's going to show up with his drip. Will he start, though? Or will Giroud start? I don't know.
Hold on. Predicted lineups.
Predicted lineups?
Let's get this
All right,
out
let's take
there.
a look. I'm about to give you this lineup right now.
I'm going to write it down on this whiteboard.
Let's do it.
Do you have like something better than this, dude?
I don't. Do we need, do I have? I have laundry
Right,
literally
man.
everywhere on
Just
this
grab a
floor.
sock that
Hold
your
on,
dog
I'll be right
always
back
eats,
on this.
dude. Get your tie that's just chilling right there.
Oh, goodness.
Just open Kygo's mouth and you're going to see a sock in there, dude.
Probably. I hit the hype button. That's how we feel about this. Let's go, Chelsea versus Bayern.
Okay. All right. Starting lineup.
Okay, the starting lineup. Okay. So do you want to go first?
Well, not what you think. It's.
I'll have to think about this.
What we think also, but we can talk about what we want. How about what we want? What are you guys gonna play? Let's do Chelsea. Should I do? Let's do it all together.
Man.
You go
Conte's
first.
injured.
I'll do
Okay.
yours. What do you guys play? What's formation? This is so sick.
So
Look at
here's the
this
thing,
field, dude.
because last time we played 3 at the back and 2.
Touch my jersey. Chelsea.
I never want to touch that. I never want to touch that.
All right, go ahead.
So here's my thing.
What do you guys play?
Formation, we're gonna play 3 at the back.
All right. Who is it?
So let's do this. Let me take a look at if we've had it, because I know who played last.
Do you not know your team?
I do, but we've had some injuries. I know Kante's out for sure. So Kante being out is going to change things. So no Kante. So here's what I'm going to tell you right now.
Who do you want? Not what you think.
Oh, who do I want? Okay. Who do I want?
Or well, we can do who you think, I guess. No, we'll do who. Who you think.
Okay, let's start from
do who you think it's gonna be, and then you talk and be like, I'd rather put whoever.
Let's do it.
There.
Okay, so Alonso left back. Let me start at the back. I'll start left to right. Alonso.
Okay.
We're gonna have Christensen, Rudiger.
3 at the back.
3 at the back, and that's because what we played against Spurs.
Rudiger.
So
okay.
Christensen, Rudiger, and Zuma.
But check out 3 at the back.
3 at the back. I'm sorry, Alonso at left wing back. I'm sorry, I was starting like left wing back. So let's do Christensen, Rudiger, and let's do Zuma. It doesn't matter. Just
fuck you, man. All right, go.
All right, let's do this. Let's do Christensen, Zuma, Rudiger. Let's do that.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have Alonso at left wing back. I think after his performance against Spurs, he deserves that.
Okay.
We're gonna do Azpilicueta at right back. Let's do Jorginho.
This is what you think?
This is what I think.
Okay.
Let's do Jorginho.
Just like by himself, center defensive mid? Or
I'm gonna partner him up next to Kovacic.
George.
George.
All right, who else?
George from Brazil and Kovacic. And this is the toughest part. Up front. And so I want to start with striker.
Check out, who's your goalie over here? What's his name? Bald.
Caballero for sure.
Okay, Cab.
I think there's something going on with what's his name? Yeah, whatever.
Right.
So let's do this. Let's do Tammy Abraham up front because I feel like that's obvious. He's back now. I love Giroud, but I just don't think he's gonna start against this one. Let's do here's what I want. Man, this is tough to think about because I'm looking at.
So you have Willian, you have Pedro, you have who else? Pulisic. Is he injured?
Mount. Yeah, Pulisic is not going to start for sure. Mount. I like how he played last match. But let's do this. Let's do Tammy Abraham. Let's do Willian on the right wing. Man, let's just do Pedro. Pedro for sure. And I say that, and I usually wouldn't say that, but Pedro against a team like Bayern because of his experience. So Pedro, Tammy.
So 3-4-3.
3-4-3. And that's what I would like to see. And you notice how we have 3 center backs, two wing backs, and I feel like we're gonna play a little bit defensive against Bayern, and that's the way it feels. So starting at your back, you obviously have Neuer. There's no replacement for that.
Ulreich.
All right. What formation are you gonna play against Chelsea?
4-1-4-1.
4-1-4-1. Okay.
4-1-2-2-1. Let me just write it down. Hold on. Okay, so left back, I'm on Davies, yeah?
Davies, okay, let's do that. Who are your center backs?
4-3-3.
4-3-3? Let's do
All
it.
right,
Forget it.
Center backs. Lucas Hernandez. He's back from injury.
Lucas Hernandez, okay. Who's partner?
Dude, they've been playing Alaba. Oh, I don't want this, but whatever. Alaba's playing center back with Lucas.
Alaba's playing center back?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't.
Boateng is.
Is Alaba is Lucas Hernandez and Alaba gonna play center back whenever you have somebody like Abraham who's 7'20" as striker for Chelsea?
I know.
I maybe I don't know.
They might put Boateng there. I don't know, but this is what's been happening, and I think it may happen. Lucas just came back from injury though. Okay. Over here is who's over here? Pavard.
Okay.
Okay. Right here, it's gonna be. Oh man. It's gonna be.
This is tougher when you have to think about it. Like, imagine being the coach and you have to make this selection.
Okay, so this is what I think. Tolisso, Thiago, 2 center defensive.
Thiago and Tolisso. Okay, that's
Wings,
good.
Gnabry.
Okay.
Coman.
Coman.
Up top, Leva. Behind Leva, I think I think it's going to be Muller. But I would have rather Coutinho there. I know Coutinho's been struggling a lot. He's not doing well, but I'm all for giving players chances.
Should have never left Liverpool.
Yeah, true, to be honest. All right, so who am I missing from you? Goretzka, I hope to God he doesn't even travel with the team. I hope he stays his ass home.
I hope he stays back in Germany.
I don't know who. I think that's it, really. Yeah, so I think it's going to be Davis, Lucas Hernandez, Alaba, Pavard, Gnabry, Tolisso, Thiago, Coman, Muller, Leva.
I like that. Wow.
If you play Alonso there,
that'll be interesting.
Coman is going to destroy him.
Coman will wreck him.
Coman's not doing too well right now because he came back from injury, but he's still fast as hell.
Yeah.
But he might pull a hamstring if he runs fast against Alonso. Of
course.
Rudiger, Zuma, Lewandowski. Oh,
that'll be good. No, there's no defense for Lewandowski.
I may change Lucas here and put Boateng.
Okay, that would make more sense.
Boateng is injured or
against either Tammy or Giroud, it would make more sense to play Boateng just because of the height.
Am I missing anyone?
You see, it's tougher. You were trolling me, but it's tougher when you have to think about it. This is going to be an incredible matchup, and I think
Kimmich.
Chelsea,
I'm missing Kimmich.
Kimmich.
He's for sure starting. Okay, he's starting where Tolisso is.
Over Tolisso?
No, I totally forgot about
Kimmich over Tolisso at
I don't
midfield.
want this, but I think it's gonna happen.
You think it's gonna happen? Okay.
Kimmich has been playing midfield every game. He hasn't been playing wing back. I think he played one game the other day, but
yeah,
he's just been in the midfield a lot. Kimmich. Oh, I forgot about Kimmich, dude. He has the coach's nudes, daughter's nudes.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna start regardless.
He plays every game.
He's got something.
Yeah, that's it. I got everyone. I forgot about Kimmich completely. Kimmich is gonna start.
You just forget some players.
All right, so yeah. Dan, what do you think?
That's phenomenal. So again, Tammy, Pedro, Willian up front for Chelsea. He had that upside down. I was trying to read it upside down. Then we have Jorginho, Kovacic at midfield.
So who do you want this?
I sort of want this.
Who would you change?
I don't know that I would change anyone. Maybe Mount for Pedro, only because Mount did pretty well last matchup against Spurs. But that's the only thing that I can see changing. Otherwise, I'd keep Pedro there. He's experienced. He does well. But Pedro, Tammy, Willian, and then Jorginho, Kovacic in the midfield. I like that. I like those two together. Then wingbacks, Alonso and Aspi. Alonso, obviously, because he performed amazing last matchup. He could have had a hat trick, honestly.
Sucks.
Shut up. Christensen, Zuma, Rudiger. I have no doubt that's what we're gonna end up seeing, but we'll see.
I would.
And then obviously Caballero, by the way, at goalkeeper. I don't think we're gonna see what's his name with the long last name. Asperger. I don't think anyone in the world can pronounce his name. Asperger. That's his last name. But go ahead with Bayern.
Dude, we're winning games with Muller, and it kind of pisses me off because
I hate Muller. Always hated Muller.
I would put Coutinho where Muller is. I wouldn't play Muller, even though somehow we win games with Muller. I don't care. I'm the coach.
You're the coach.
Pick
your team.
The back line is kind of confusing because I like Lucas Hernandez. I wouldn't play Alaba center back. I like Pavard. I would put Kimmich back to his damn position. Right back.
Okay. You think that's going to happen, though?
Whatever. No. I would play Tolisso with Thiago and Coutinho, I think. Center back, Lucas Hernandez and Boateng. Davies needs to play. He's fast. But then Alaba would go over here to the right back. Oh, man, I don't know. Fuck this.
That's it. It's over.
It's over.
We've decided our teams. I'm convinced Bayern is still going to take it. Realistically, by the way.
Bayern should take it, but I would not be surprised if we don't because of how we played versus Paderborn the other day. But we played decent and versus big teams.
It's going to be an incredible matchup.
We love a trip to London.
You do love a trip to London. Do not forget the Arsenal matchups you've had where you destroyed
Tottenham this year
as well.
Arsenal. But we never won at Stamford Bridge.
It's going to be an incredible matchup. I know me and him. I'm calling sick into work. I'm watching this one. But that's going to be Oh yeah, definitely. Either that or I'm working from home. Why not? It doesn't matter. Hopefully my employer doesn't see this. No, I'm not calling in sick to work. No, I'll probably just end up working from home. Why not? And I'll just play it on the screen. But no, that's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be an incredible matchup. I'm excited to see how that one ends up.
Long. This was a long one today.
If this was a long one today,
but if you're still here, you watch that. Hey,
you're elite.
You're elite.
You're elite.
You're elite.
So again, those were our predictions. We did it. My hand just had a bunch of Coke Zero on it. Again, if you made it this far, you're elite. Thank you so much for watching up until this point, and we'll see you next week.
And go Bayern.
Go Chelsea. That's the one.